Thank you so much. Hello and welcome to the UK and European All-Stars Hangout, our weekly hangout that we have every single Tuesday night. My name is Rachel Jackson. I am a Royal Ambassador. I am logging in from Rotterdam, the Netherlands. We are in Holland. It is crazy up in here. I got Josh Jackson over here working, prospecting, going crazy. Say hi, Josh. What's up? We are here in our condo, and of course, we are blessed to be with one-star ambassador, Nichelle Withers. Shelly, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm super excited, rocking and rolling.
It's been an amazing weekend we just came off of, huh?
Yeah, it was really, really pumped, and we just, I just can't even speak. I'm so full of.
Well, I mean, to kind of put it into some words, I can understand though, Shelly, because we had that same experience, that same weekend we had a week earlier in Detroit. So we had the VI 1000 in North America, the VI 500 in Europe, and for those of you guys who don't know what that is, once a year to kick off the year, we have a leadership event. And the VI 500 is the top 500 regional directors and above throughout the UK, Ireland, all of Europe coming together to really set a game plan for 2015, to talk about some of the changes. Obviously, we've had a ton of enhancements. If you've been with us longer than 20 days, you know that since 2014 compared to 2015, this is a completely different Visalis. And we had a chance to come together, Shelly, with all of our team. I think approximately about 150 All-Stars leaders there, and really coming together to bond, to set new intentions, to make sure that we know everything that we can to help you and serve you guys to build your business. So it was like, I mean, you get to a point where you're so filled up of emotion, of belief, of understanding, that you can't help but just completely let it out. And I know we have been working nonstop since Sunday night, getting back down here from Amsterdam down to Rotterdam, where we're setting up our home for the next couple of weeks. And we're looking forward to this year. Kind of putting you on the spot, Shelly, what was one of your biggest takeaways or one of the most inspiring things for you this weekend coming out of the VI 500 event?
I think it was just knowing how much you guys as leaders have worked alongside the founders to deliver an incredible new business model, something that is incredibly powerful that we can go out to everybody, top influencers, millionaires, business entrepreneurs, and just, and regular working guys, and show them the vision. And those people that see what we see will just get this completely. And it's just made the conversations easier. It's the biggest takeaway for me was having to be able to go back to my chicken list and the people in my warm market that I haven't spoken to, and to deliver the equity conversation. It's a great option to have to deliver to somebody who in a regular job wouldn't have the opportunity to have the option of gaining a bonus.
I mean, it's kind of crazy to think that, I was having a couple of conversations this week, and if you guys don't know anything about equity, go to, equity.vi.com and get up to speed on this incredible analysis. Definitely one of the new big things for 2015. Equity is huge. For a layman, a normal person like us, Shelly, the chance to earn equity in something is very rare, and the chance is very low in life that we ever have equity in anything. And if you do have a shot, often it's in a company that's in a startup phase, or it's an idea, or it's in the really beginning stages. And often by the time you ever could even make anything off of it, the company goes under or runs out of money, or they need more investors, or it very rarely comes to fruition. Very rarely do you get a chance to partner with a multi-billion-dollar company like VI that's already doing $250 million a year in sales. And as we expand globally, as we continue to expand products in Europe, I heard that there's some new products in Europe this weekend launched. As we expand into different markets and different products and continue to refine our model, that equity position is going to be worth even more and more and more. So it is exciting. We're going to talk a little bit about how to leverage equity tonight. I want to give you guys just a little bit of a background and understanding. If this is your first Google Hangout for the All-Stars, I want to welcome you. I want to welcome you. We have these Hangouts once a week, and it's often sometimes it's training. There's always some sort of learning experience here, something to learn and to gain from. Sometimes it's more of a conversation. Tonight it's going to be me and Shelly, having a little bit of a conversation, talking about what's working right now. Some of the basics of where we're focusing in recruiting, and then we're also going to give you just a little bit of some basic training on how to leverage the tools that the team has provided for you. So we're going to be together here for the next 20 minutes or so, and as always, we will end right before our UK and European vision call, so you want to make sure that you are taking a look at or getting connected and calling into that as soon as we log in. So as soon as we log off. So let's dive right into a little bit of of a conversation. I think the first thing we should talk about, Shelly, is a resource, and one of my favorite resources right now that I've been leveraging is 2015.buy.com. I'm going to pull it up here so that you guys can see it. I love Screenshare. I absolutely love Screenshare. It's my favorite thing. I'll show you guys my screen here in a second. There we go. 2015.buy.com. This website has been one of my #1 tools on going back to anybody that I've talked to over the last 4 years with ViSalus. I mean, right now, guys, if you were making a list of people to look at Vi, to take a second look at Vi, or a third look, or a 10th look at Vi, or even to come back to the table, we've actually reactivated several leaders that fell away or that quit or that just kind of faded out of the ViSalus plan, that just stopped building, and we reactivated them with a simple script and by utilizing this website. So if you guys want to know what's new with Vi, what's happening, if you guys need a resource for understanding, the equity plan, understanding the challenge groups, the new points, our new ViSalus hub, which is called the ViLife Community Hub, how about our new pools or the different enhancements we made for Project 10, it's all here. And Shelly, this is actually one of my favorite tools as well, is this video. Both videos by Ryan and Nick are incredible, but I've been using this 5.5-minute video from Nick for a lot of people that I've been talking to that have ever looked at ViSalus, but they never pulled the trigger, or maybe they were in ViSalus, but they quit. So talk to me about what you've been focused on. I know you've been in heavy recruiting mode right now. That's been a lot of, your massive intention, because equity is, this amazing short-term opportunity to gain it. And the fastest way to gain equity is going to be to out-recruit everybody else. So talk to me about your focus with recruiting. What type of lists are you making right now? Who are you really focusing on?
Okay, so I'm definitely in influencer mode, which we can give you. If you're brand new, you can contact your uplines and ask for what that list is. But essentially, we are going back to people who have not said yes, not said no. I'm also going to new people. I stopped today, got out of my car, and on the way to a GST training, and
Shocking.
I parked properly, and I stopped and I went into a hair salon. He wasn't a hair salon. He provides hair salons and hair reps with accessories, and I'd kind of gone past him before and tried to contact with him before. Anyway, he's a real entrepreneur. I sent him there and then the 2-minute video. And but before I did that, I said, I got a hold of him before, and I said, hey, have you heard about what happened to Vi and the challenge? And he was like, no, what's all that about? So I sent him the script that's on the 2015 website, and just bullet pointed those things. Co-founders have brought the company back. We've just finished setting a world record for the group fitness, and now we've changed our business model, and they've even put equity on the table so that promoters can own a piece of the company. Can you take a look at this this video right now and then get back to me in 15 minutes? So basically I sent him those details. He had a look, and when I called him back, I said, what did you like best? And he said, yeah, it's a really good concept. And I said, listen, the thing I need to share with you is, and I re-emphasized the equity option. I said, we're looking to bring in as many entrepreneurs and business owners as possible, like yourself. And if you had ever wished that you'd had a banker's bonus for life, then you know, clearly in the hair salon as a self-employed person, you don't have that opportunity in your current career. So I said, basically, our founders have, you know, offered that option out to people like you with great business acumen, and would you be open to a one-to-one tomorrow? So I've booked an appointment with him at 11:30 tomorrow to go and present you know, the strategy overview and just talk to him about how much equity is on the table, and that this year is more important than next year because there will be fewer people in the pools this year as our company grows to 2016. Obviously, the numbers will double, triple, quadruple, and that we need to take action right now. So it was basically about having a good posture and sort of confidence given to us by the company in the scripts and the business model and how that's changed, and basically just, you know, saying, you know, check this out. You know, and I also said, listen, one of our founders is flying in on Sunday. If you like what we discussed tomorrow, I'd like you to pencil in 3 o'clock Sunday in Canary Wharf and come and meet Nick. And so he said, okay, that sounds good. So I've already sort of set the expectation that after our meeting tomorrow, the next step is. So Rachel, back over to you.
No, I love that. So really, at the end of the day, what I'd be thinking about right now is, if you're thinking, I really want to take as much of the equity pie as possible. You know, if the co-founders are going to put 6% equity over the next 2 years available to the distributors to own a piece of that, you know, you want to think, okay, I want to get as much of that as I can. And the fastest way to do it is through recruiting. It's through finding new promoters. You know, you're not going to gain a lot of equity through personally getting new customers. No, you need to replicate yourself. You need to leverage other people. You need to leverage their networks, leverage their time, and build a team. And I love that Shelly mentioned the word influencer. You know, for me, I give a very, very simple definition to an influencer. An influencer is somebody who, if they get in, and they're in, not just enrolled, but they're in, they're all in, like they're ready to go. Doesn't mean they need to put 40 hours a week or be full-time, but an influencer is somebody, if they're in, they could go BMW qualified in 45 days or less. That's an influencer. I know many people that, you know, weren't a traditional influencer category. They weren't a network marketer, or they weren't a personal trainer, but, you know, maybe they, you know, were a social butterfly, you know, in their town, and maybe they had a lot of connections, and they had a lot of family members, and they were really well respected in their community. So, you know, an influential person is somebody who would get this, who would see this, and they have the network and the drive to be able to go out there in 30 to 45 days, get their BMW. And, you know, we have been making, you know, a list. Josh and I have been. I know, Shelly, you have been. I taught it to the regional directors here this last Saturday in Amsterdam and the Saturday previously in Detroit. But I would encourage you guys to start really making a list. And your list has to be in one place, and it cannot be on your phone. You got to take it off your phone. You got to get it in one place. For me, it's a journal. For many people, it's an Excel spreadsheet. But make a list. And I want you guys to make a list of 4 different types of people. If you want to get an incredible January, if you want to end this month strong, if you want to start pacing out your national director run for equity, then these are the 4 people, the 4 types of people that you want to put on your list. I'm going to go back to the screen share so you can see my slides. So these are the 4 types of people we're going to talk to. You know, people that you've never talked to before. People that you've never talked to about Bisalis, you've never shared to them, you know, about this opportunity. You've never had a conversation. Make a list of people that you've never talked to. The second group is people that you've talked to, but they said yes, and they quit. So who have you talked to, but they said yes, and then they quit? They just got started, you know, a year ago with you, 2 years ago with you, a year and a half ago, even 90 days ago. They said yes, but they quit. The second one is people that you talk to and they're on the fence. So they've seen something, they've been to a challenge party, they've been to an influencer meeting, they've been to a one-on-one, you've met with them, but they still haven't pulled the trigger. That is a group of a list of names of people that you want to make that you want to have this up and coming conversation with. And the last group is people that you talk to, but they said no. And so it wasn't for them. I have a lot of people like that, it wasn't a yes the first time. In fact, many of the people I talk to, it's not a yes. It's a, I need to think about it, or not right now, or the timing isn't good. I have a guy right now, Josh, how long have we been following up with Nadine?
Oh,
6
years?
Well, oh yeah, a couple of years actually. No, we've had a prospect, and he's one of the most influential prospects in our life, in our entire life. He's highly influential in the game of insurance, and we've been talking to him for several years, and just in the last, I would say it's been about 7 months, that we've had a lot of higher quality conversations, like really intentional conversations. And to give you perspective, guys, like this guy flies all over the world and speaks. He's in the top 0.1% of insurance agents. He makes a high 6-figure income. He doesn't necessarily need Visalis, but he loves having different businesses, and he loves residual income, and he loves helping people, and he loves having fun, and he loves this model. Well, he's been going through a divorce, and it's been stressful, and it's not necessarily great timing. It's been, you understand, Shelly, it's crazy when you have relationship issues. It can really just mess you up. And so he was a no. He was a no several times this last year. I called him again in December about equity. Still was a no, but he's like a not right now. So I even sent him a message today, seeing how he's doing, and the divorce finalized today. Crazy timing. And but we're going to talk early in February. So you just got to keep going through the numbers, and I just wanted to make that as a point. So you got to go back to people all the time, because I know personally, if we get this gentleman in, he's going to change a lot of lives with the challenge. He just has that influence. So here's the conversation. This is a conversation I'm having with everybody right now. Hey, have you heard about what happened to Vi? And Shelly mentioned it really quick. Hey, have you heard what happened to Vi? The co-founders bought the company back. They just set the world record for group fitness, and they now have a model to get paid off of it, to monetize that. And they even put equity on the table so the promoters can own a piece of the company. I need you to look at this video right away. Meet with me for 15 minutes, and I'll fill you in. 2015.vi.com. Take a screenshot of that right now. I'll even post it in the All-Stars so you guys have it. You can copy and paste it. I have been leveraging this non-stop, guys. I went back to another, Shelly, another personal prospect of ours, somebody that was like highly, highly influential. And we went back to him, and this was a guy that I would say that he's very successful. He has a massive, massive network. And it wasn't that I was prejudging, but it was a little nerve-wracking going to him. It's a unique relationship that we have with him. It's all based on financial mentors. And anyway, so finally we're just like, we don't give a crap. We don't give a crap. We're just going to talk to him. We sent him that exact script, and he's like, first off, thank you for thinking of me. Thank you for, not caring and getting outside of your comfort zone, because it was a risk going after him and then messaging him. And he thanked us. He's like, you know what, I'm open to a conversation. And come to find out, he's actually had some experience in this industry. He's not in it currently. He's actually in broadcasting and internet marketing, and he's really, really interested, and in fact has a fantastic idea of how we can work synergistically, because he has a massive network, and he can get in front of 100,000 people like that based on his network. And so you just got to have the conversations. You got to send it. Who have you never talked to? That was a guy I've never talked to. Who has told you no? The other guy was a guy that's told me no for several years, but we're still going back around. Shelly, I talked about one of the biggest qualities of a recruiter is being tenacious, right? Being a bulldog. And I know you're tenacious. That's one of your best qualities. And you don't care. You just go after something. You got to have that quality. So this is a script that I recommend. Is there anything else, Shelly, that you'd like to share based on recruiting that's working for you right now, scheduling appointments, that's getting new people intrigued about the business, or anything that's working that you'd like to the team to be implementing?
Yeah, just one thing actually. When we, as a team, when we went after to organise January the 3rd, the world record, we massively went after fitness, Zumba, health and wellness professionals to try and leverage them to run a challenge group. And some people were sorry, I'm away. It's one of their quietest time of the year, so they were away for that chunk of time. Or sounds really interesting, get back to me, and they never did, or whatever. So what we've done now is, what I've been doing is going back to those people who said that they were interested, and I'm building on that relationship that we built for January the 3rd, and saying to them, hey, listen, is there any chance that you might be interested in joining us in building community challenge groups? And one of the girls that I contacted said, so what would that entail? So I've copied and pasted the challenge group video, which is about 2 minutes, and I've posted it into a Facebook chat group with her and said, here's a quick video to have a look at. Essentially what it would mean is partnering with us, inspiring people in the community to get active and get healthy. I would love to talk to you and let me know what you like best. So I've kind of blended a couple of things there, and she's just said, okay, let's talk tomorrow. So yeah, so I'm just going back over, not missing out on those relationships and those conversations that I had that I used for January the 3rd, and I'm kind of trying to build them all back together.
No, I love that, guys. I mean, who do you know that's a personal trainer? The challenge group model is one of the easiest conversations to have. Go to groups.vi.com and leverage your upline. How are they working? If you're scared to call the personal trainer, get with your regional director or ambassador, and that next personal trainer. We just signed up another one actually about 30 minutes ago. A woman who was she was a personal trainer. She just shattered her elbow and went through surgery. But now she's joining the team. She's getting back into the health and the fitness realm, and this is going to be her way to do it. So want to share with you guys some updates, and then we'll go into just a few minutes of really quick training. I want to share with you guys some tools that are going to help you build your business and your team. First off, Vi is coming to Italia. Who do you know in Italy? Guys, this is just the beginning of massive European expansion. You've seen it. The last 90 days or so, last 6 months, we've gone to Germany, Austria, Ireland, Sweden, Finland, the Netherlands, Spain, now Italy. I want you guys to begin, remind you guys that we are in the influencer phase, meaning that we don't have shipping, nor do we have any product. And if you're brand new to the team and you're kind of getting the gist of what we're talking about with influencers, we're really looking for the creme de la creme right now. We're looking for the best of the best. We're looking for networkers, entrepreneurs, six-figure income earners, fitness and health professionals. So who do you know in Italy? Who do you know who knows people in Italy? Start making a list. Start scavenging through your network. Get with your ambassador. Get with your upline to have the conversation. And to learn more about this, go to it.vi.com, or you can also go to learn.vi.com/PI/Italy. So that is really, really cool. And lastly, I want to share with you guys just a quick tool that Shelly and I have been working on together for the last couple of months, and we know we've had a great help from our webmaster, national director Chris Jordan. Big shout out to Clicka, who has been our saving grace and our creative team manager. We have a brand new team website, guys, and I want to talk to you guys a little bit about some of the tools and how you can leverage it. First off, one of the first questions I get, Shelly, is what's the first thing you do with a promoter? Like, it's the first thing you do. Well, the first thing I do, and I just did it 30 minutes ago when we enrolled that new, fitness trainer, was I take her to www.viallstars.com and I have them sign up. So we have them sign up, fill out their name, fill out their email address, put in their, their UK or their country code or whatever, just so we can kind of like sort it, and sign up. This is a free sign up. It's just to subscribe to the team updates. So all of our team calls, our hangouts, we do special trainings, we do off the fence calls at the end of the week and at the end of the month. You guys want to know about that, right? Hey, how about getting a up-to-date announcement straight from Nick, or straight from myself, or from Steve Mitchell, or from Dave Ives, or from one of your top leaders, or Lisa Panton? You're going to get it through this sign up. So make sure you guys are signed up and that all of your team signed up for all of the updates. Also, on the right-hand side, you will always have the direct link to the up-and-coming Hangouts. We call this Vi All-Stars TV, which is pretty cool. You guys will notice that we have 2 Hangouts every single week. The reason is because we are on 2 separate continents. So to make it make sense for both areas, we have our US and Canada on Monday night, and of course you guys are sitting here on our UK and European Hangout, And these are done in English. As we continue to grow and expand internationally, we will have calls done in every language. In fact, I cannot wait until our team has 50 different Hangouts in 50 different languages with ambassadors galore in every single country. Can you believe that, Shelly? How cool is that going to be, right?
That's so exciting.
You guys can get, oh, it's going to be crazy. You can get to know some of our top leaders as well as learn a little bit more about Josh and myself and what some of our mission is for this company, as well as learn a little bit more about the founders. So even if you have somebody that's looking to get to know, okay, who's your founders of your company, who's your team leaders, this is a fantastic resource to get them educated. Once you actually sign up, it actually takes you directly to your Getting Started training, so this is pretty cool. And we'll be updating this with a few more flags now that we have Sweden, Finland, and Spain coming. But these are the main Getting Started trainings that we have available that people are using. So this will take them right to it. So right when they put in their name and email address, they're going to be taken right to their Getting Started training. Now, beyond that, we also have a slew of recorded team trainings. We have not only recorded, you see here, large ones like our goal-setting mastery workshops, as well as we have our different recorded trainings for each event. So let's say, hey, you wanted to see, you know, Shelly Withers training on, you know, back in, you know, September. You can go back here and watch, you know, Paul and Shelly back over here, which is really great. Lastly, you're going to see a lot of updates here. We're going to go over back to here. So sizzle stories. Here's where I need your guys' help. Right now, I am currently looking for a couple of groups of people. I'm looking for top leaders in the team that, you know, ideally regional directors or above, that are personal trainers, that are hairdressers, that are in the, you know, salon or makeup industry. We're also looking for military testimonials. We're looking for stay-at-home moms. Not sure if I mentioned that. And what we're going to do, we're actually in the middle of creating some cool tools that you can use. So if you have a stay-at-home mom or a personal trainer or a military guy or a salon owner, you can take them to a recorded video or record a call, and they can learn more from people who are succeeding, and they're just like them. We also have a brand new store for all of our Vi All-Star gear. I saw Paul Gillingham and as well as Shayo sporting our Visalis All-Stars gear. We have t-shirts and tank tops and sweatshirts so that you can represent the Vi life and the challenge, and there's more to come here that as we're building a European base of products. Lastly, is we have the events. And being that this is a European call, I want to go over some of the European events that we have right now. We are in the middle of our LST as well as our strategy overview schedule. So between now and February 15th, we have a lot of things coming up. In fact, you know, this week, all week, has been in Italy. We have a challenge party, what now we call a strategy overview in Munich. Strategy overview in Stockholm, strategy overview in Helsinki, in Helsingborg, and in Murcia, Spain. But then we also get into the LSCs. This weekend is going to be a stacked local success training. We have Barcelona, Vienna, Rotterdam, Worthing, Newcastle, Leeds, London, Amsterdam. Liverpool was canceled. We have Dublin and Isle of Wight. Who do you know? What promoters do you have that are in Newcastle or around Newcastle that can go to that one? What about down in Worthing or Bristol or Southampton? What about those that are, you know, up in Ireland that can go to that LST? And the purpose of a local success training is going to give them, you know, about 4.5 hours of in-depth training on product, comp plan, mindset, and building the Visalis business. So we have a lot more in here, Shelly, but I think, you know, that was, you know, a lot of people don't realize that this resource is available to them and for their team, and it's going to be continued to, you know, add new stuff. We'll make blog posts and update you guys via email on all the new enhancements, but man, 30 minutes flies by, doesn't it?
Not enough time in the day.
It is crazy. It is crazy. It is crazy. Any last final thoughts, Shelly, as I pull up the call number and the information for our UK and European Vision call?
Now, I just plug into as much as you can, all of the events, all the calls, all the webinars. You are not going to want to miss anything. If you rest on your laurels right now, you're doing yourself and your family a disservice by not putting your foot to the floor and going recruiting, and unless you don't understand the seriousness of the equity. And if you don't, you need somebody to explain it to you. So, Rachel.
Yeah. I hear you, right? So, oh, here we go. Awesome. I'm just getting it up for you right now. Give me 1 second. And all I could think about the last couple of days, Shelly, was how little sleep I want to get the next 24 months. You know, as I had a new promoter, they're like, when do you sleep? I'm like, we'll sleep in 2017. There's no time for that right now. There's no time to sleep. So, all right, I got it here, guys. It is time for our UK and European vision call. We are going to be hearing from one-star ambassador Laura Zimmerman, as well as keynote speaker, one-star ambassador Pete Webb. So dial in right now. Here it is. I'll zoom in a little bit closer so you guys can see it. We have the UK 0203137895, and then of course we have Ireland, Netherlands, Sweden, and Finland. So dial in right now, listen to all the new announcements. You're going to be hearing some great information about challenge groups and how you can use them to build your business. And thanks so much for being on tonight's call. God bless, guys. Mwah.
Cheers, Rachel.
Bye.